Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. Today we will be learning how to paint a simple landscape using watercolors. So let me walk you through the materials first. So for that you will need 2 jars of water, paper, masking tape, watercolors. Here I'll be using Camlin watercolors. These are the colors which I have squeezed down in the palette. I have a review of these colors on my channel, so do have a look. I will link that above for you all. Next, you will need a tissue or a rough cloth to clean down your brushes. Then you will need brushes. Here I am using stationary round brushes. These are quite affordable. If you are interested, you can use my code Shreya7 to get some discounts on these brushes. So make sure you check them out. I will link them in the description box. Lastly, you will need a pencil and an eraser. Now, before we start applying masking tape on all 4 sides, I will just re-wet all my paints by just spraying some water on it. So while we are applying masking tape, let me tell you, I have 3 amazing classes on Skillshare where I'm teaching different types of landscapes using watercolors. So if you are really interested in learning watercolors, I have 3 amazing classes there. Not on Skillshare, don't worry. Just use the link which is there on my description box, and it will give you 1 month of free access to all the classes on that platform. So make sure you check it out. Alright, once we have applied the masking tape on all 4 sides, we will start with the sketching part. The sketching, I have kept it quite simple. We will be drawing few mountains, a road, and 2 houses on the top of the mountain. This time we will be painting in a different style, which I haven't done it a lot, but I really wanted to try these techniques and this style of painting. So I hope you will enjoy it too. So once we are done with the sketching, we will start with the coloring part. Always whenever you are sketching, draw a little lighter so that the pencil mark doesn't show up when you start painting. I'm drawing it a little darker so that you all can see, but make sure whenever you are working with watercolors you make the sketch lighter. So now I'm pretty happy with my sketch, so let's start coloring. We will start with the sky first. So I will use wet on wet technique. So first I'm applying clean water onto my sky area using a mop brush, and then I will start applying ultramarine blue using the same brush. Next, while the sky is drying, we won't be able to paint the mountains, so let's paint the foreground part. So I wasn't quite satisfied with the road and the house, so I just erased it off and redid it. And the single house on the right wasn't looking quite appealing to me, so I just drew a few more houses around that. So don't worry, this happens quite a lot. When you start painting, you realize that some subject of your painting isn't looking good. So you can always change that according to what you feel might work. Right? So let's start with the foreground part. We will be using the same wet on wet technique to paint that. So first I applied clean water. Once I've done that, I will start applying different shades of greens and browns in a very lighter value, and I'll make sure that every color is blended with each other so there are no harsh edges. On another note, I really wanted to tell you that you don't really need to invest a lot in your art supplies when you are starting out. The basic supplies work so well, like these Camlin watercolors are performing so well on the paper. Plus, you are able to create all different types of artworks with that. So it's quite important to understand the technique and the medium. Once you are thorough with the techniques part, and once you get the good hold on your painting, maybe then you can slowly start investing in your art supplies. But for now, I feel like you can create anything with this basic art supplies. These colors are so easy to read, they are so vibrant, plus they mix so well with each other. I really love them. And to be very honest, I really didn't think that I would be able to paint with this color again. I did start my journey with this color, but recently, from past 2 years or 1.5 year, I have been using different colors from different brands. But just for you guys, I really wanted to paint with the very basic supplies so that you all can paint along with me. And so I started painting with these watercolors again, and I was surprised by the performance of these colors. So never restrict yourself, like the artist is using this type of paints which I don't have, so I won't be able to paint. No, paint with whatever art supplies you have, just try it out, see what works for you, understand the art supplies which you have, and just start learning and experimenting. Alright, so let's get back to our painting. So I completed painting the foreground part and then I started painting the mountain. Now I'm just giving few more details to the foreground mountain. What I'm doing here is I'm just creating the edge of the mountain a little darker and leaving the road part untouched. The same way we will be painting both the mountains behind the houses, that is using the wet on wet technique. First I will wet the paper and then I will drop different colors on it. And once we have painted the mountain, we will start painting the houses. So I will see you in the last part where we will be giving the details to our painting, and I will let you enjoy the painting process. done with the first wash of our painting. Now let's start giving the details to our artwork. So first we will start with the house. I will give some darker shadows to the house, and along with that I will also paint the doors and the windows of these houses. Make sure you use a smaller brush which has a really good tip so that it is easier for you to paint. In case you don't have a smaller liner brush, you can always use pen to sketch it out. Once that is done, I will start painting the fences around the houses. So I will use a mix of brown and black to paint the fence. You see, when you start giving the details to your painting, it just looks so different and appealing. So don't skip these steps. These are the tiny, tiny details which will bring your painting together. This sure takes a lot of time, but believe me, this will make your painting look fantastic by the end. So once that is done, I will paint the trees around the houses as well as on the mountains. But remember one thing, the trees behind the houses would be a little larger compared to the trees on the mountains because they are far away from our viewpoint. So you just have to draw a small dots using the lighter value of green when you are painting trees in the background mountains. And we are almost done with our painting. So once a painting dries, you can peel off your masking pattern angle which is away from the paper so that you don't end up tearing it. I really hope you enjoyed painting along with me. If you did, please make sure that you let me know by just giving a thumbs up or by commenting on this video. Also, make sure that you subscribe to my channel so that you get notified whenever I post the next video on my channel. Also, do let me know what you would like to see more on this channel. Alright, so once you have peeled off your masking tape, we will give the outline to our painting using a black pen. So you just have to give crooked lines onto your whole painting, and giving crooked lines to make it a bit natural, and yeah, that's how I like doing it. And this is how our final painting looks like. And now it's your turn to paint, and I cannot wait to see what you create. If you do, please do tag me on Instagram under the handle at the rate artist. You can find all my links in the description box below, so make sure you check it out. Alright, I'll see you guys really soon in the next video. Bye!